At a time in history, everyone knew Sniperwolf. She rose to fame as a teenager, exploding on YouTube with her Call of Duty gameplay clips and the infectious personality that came with them. In a short period of time, she got millions of fans, billions of views, and a spotlight as one of YouTube's biggest stars.
That's funny.
While some love to love her, some others just really love to hate her, because behind the bright smile and quirky gamer girl vibe lies a trail of scandals, betrayals, and a moment that almost led to her being cancelled and removed from YouTube. From being accused of stealing content from TikTok creators without giving them credit, which has raked in millions of her views while they got nothing.
Videos, she plays other people's TikToks and provides extremely base-level commentary.
This dude is running sideways.
If you want to support the original creators of the TikToks, too bad, because the only links you'll find in the description are all Sniperwolf. And my favorite part is that half of the TikToks she includes either crop out the original username or just straight up don't have one.
To throwing shade at other YouTubers and going as far as even slapping them with copyright strikes to shut them up. Then there's the legal stuff. She was charged with armed robbery in 2013 after a run-in with a security guard. And disorderly conduct with her boyfriend in 2016. Oh, let's not forget when she allegedly ignored a terminally ill 10-year-old fan who wished to talk to her, only caving after the internet roasted her. But the moment that left everyone in awe was when she showed up outside another YouTuber's house and filmed it for her millions of followers, putting his life in danger. That act got her demonetized temporarily, and some say YouTube let her off easy. And get this, a lawsuit claims her ex built her channel and she tried to cut him out completely. Is Leah a misunderstood YouTube star or a master manipulator? Let's find out, starting with the scandal that shook YouTube to its core and made fans question what YouTube really stands for. But before that, let's step back for a bit of backstory because context is everything in the story we're about to unfold. You see, Leah's early videos were all about sniping noobs and cracking jokes, which earned her a loyal fan base. By 2017, she switched to reaction videos. You know, watching TikToks and giving her hot takes. That move sent her channel to the stratosphere, with over 35 million subscribers and 26 billion views. She's got fans everywhere. 5.6 million on Instagram, 19 million on TikTok, and she even snagged a Forbes top influencer nod. To her fans, she's a queen seen as funny, relatable, and a rare female face in gaming. But to her critics, she's a whole different story.
Because a lot of people have been stating that what she does isn't really reacting to content, it's mainly just stealing it, freebooting it. And the entire internet has come together like this giant singularity and all collapsed onto Sniperwolf as well as some other React channels.
But here's where it gets a bit more interesting. A few years back, Leah had a feud with Jack's Films, whose real name is Jack Douglas, by the way, and that really took things to a whole new level. You see, Jack's a YouTuber with almost 5 million subs on his main channel, and known for his funny skits and calling out what he sees as lazy content on YouTube. Around 2022, he set his sights on Leah's reaction videos. You know, those videos where she watches TikToks and goes, "Oh my gosh, that's crazy."
Another one is in my lucky day. Oh, that was somebody's spit. I think you're getting a little too excited, like, oh, look at all this free money. Somebody had to.
Jack wasn't having it. He said her content was low effort and basically stealing from TikTok creators without giving them credit or adding anything new. To prove his point, he started a parody channel called JJ Jack's Films, where he'd react to TikToks in a super exaggerated way, poking fun at Leah's style. By his third video, he had like 50,000 subscribers, showing people were into his roast.
Bingo! Let's go! So, first off, we do have the coveted and increasingly rare credit in the video. It's Serene Room on TikTok. We'll link Serene Room in the description below. Very strong chance Sniperwolf will read the caption verbatim.
I opened my beads the wrong way.
Yeah. Please go to your bingo cards and please select reading caption word for word. It's like clockwork. Oh no, now they're not in their little dividers anymore. I really want that close up. Oh no, I really want that. Let's see.
Oh no.
Holy sh!
Now, Leah didn't take this lying down. She clapped back on Twitter, saying Jack was just jealous because she, a female YouTuber, was getting more views. She even threw shade at his hairline in a now deleted tweet, like the only thing funny about you is your hairline. She said his thumbnails were bad, and she wouldn't click on any of his videos. She pointed out the fact that he created another YouTube channel to troll reactor creators like Sniperwolf and co, but she reframed it like he was really chasing that YouTube revenue and now he's mad because it didn't blow up. That wasn't the end of her rant online. She went on to say she'd demand 20% from Jack since he gets all his ideas from her. But Jack wasn't backing off. He responded to Leah with further trolling. He made a video in response to her tweets where he was just reacting to her reactions and putting up her tweets every 10 seconds.
Hello friends, it's me. And today we're gonna try not to get uncomfortable. It's gonna be very hard. Can you make it to the end? This dude picking up quarters. Ew, a quarter. Ew, another quarter. Oh.
10, okay. The only thing that is funny about you is your hairline. If your content was entertaining, it would reflect in your views.
Then, in July 2023, he dropped a video called Let's Talk About Sniperwolf, which got 2 million views. In it, he laid out how Leah's videos were repetitive, didn't credit TikTok creators, and broke YouTube's fair use rules.
Alright, let's do this one last time. This is Sniperwolf. She's a YouTuber with over 30 million subscribers. She uploads daily, and her videos get at least 1 million views each. So, what does she do? She steals TikToks and reacts to them.
Oh, it looks like a cartoon!
Let's talk about how egregious this freebooting is. In each of her hundreds and hundreds of videos, she plays other people's TikToks and provides extremely base-level commentary.
This dude is running sideways! What? Wow.
He even reached out to some of those creators who said Leah never asked permission to use their stuff.
Maybe she gets permission from the creators to feature their work. You already know the answer to that. We reached out to creators who've had their work featured in Sniperwolf's videos. And when we asked them if Sniperwolf and/or her team had contacted them about featuring their work, every creator said no, they were not contacted. Most of them were blindsided by the fact that Sniperwolf had been using their content.
The comment section was lit with people calling Leah out for being the popular kid who steals your joke and gets all the credit. One user wrote, "This is so disgusting. The theft is already bad enough, but in my opinion, what makes it worse is the laziness. A girl in front of the camera saying nothing, not even commenting, just nothing while showing other people's work and getting rich." The YouTube platform was also called out in the comment that read, "And of course, what can we expect from YouTube? Let's boost her. She's getting us the views. She's making us money. Who cares who steals if you get a cut, no?" Things were already heated, but then Leah took it way too far. On October 13th, 2023, she posted an Instagram story to her 5 million followers that said, "Should I go visit at Jack's Films? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot." Then she actually showed up outside Jack's house, filming herself and saying, "I'm right in front of your house. Come out and talk to me." She even mentioned some ice cream delivery, like she was taunting him to come outside.
Last night, Sniperwolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6 million Instagram followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults." In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me. Sniperwolf needs to be deplatformed.
This wasn't just a prank. This was outright doxing, straight up sharing someone's location with millions of people, absolute strangers online. Imagine if just one crazy fan decided to show up at Jack's place. That's the kind of danger she put him in. Jack was live streaming when this happened, and his chat blew up, with viewers sending him messages like, "She's outside your house, dude. Call the cops." You can hear the panic in his voice as he ends the stream, saying, "This is horrible. I'm not going out there." He and his wife were legit scared for their safety. The next day, Jack tweeted, "SSniperwolf just doxed me on her Instagram. Creepy, gross, violating. You steal content and stalk YouTubers. At YouTube, demonetize this dangerous creator." Other creators like Some Ordinary Gamers and Penguin Zero backed him up, saying Leah should be banned for setting a terrible precedent.
This picture here, apparently she even posted one of his house, which obviously I'm not going to show you. I'm not here to just like hop on and give you like a 4K display of Jack's Films dojo here because SSniperwolf posted it on her story. It's just an extremely degenerate, f***ed-up response to this whole situation from SSniperwolf here. It's borderline illegal, I think. I don't think you can just dox somebody like this, and if it's not illegal, it's against YouTube's rules at the very least. And it violates the Geneva Convention of Internet Content Creators, where you never take internet beef into the real world. It's just going too far with this whole thing. Jack's Films was just making critiques on her content as well as making fun of it, which is something everyone does all the time, every single fucking day. And to go to this extreme where you dox him for it is just an incomprehensible...
Leah deleted the story real quick, but the damage was done. Fans and creators were furious. Over 100,000 people unsubscribed from her channel in just a few days after the incident. YouTube finally stepped in on October 20th, 2023, giving her a temporary monetization suspension for breaking their rules about off-platform actions that risk others' safety. But here's the kicker, a lot of folks thought YouTube went easy on her. Too easy, even. Her old videos still had ads, and the punishment felt like a slap on the wrist. People on X were like, if a smaller creator did this, they'd be gone in a heartbeat, citing Russell Brand as an example as he was permanently demonetized for ban evading. Leah posted an apology after the temporary ban, saying, "I'm sorry for my recent actions. It's inexcusable. I should have shown young creators how to resolve conflict respectfully." But nobody was buying it. Comments called it a ChatGPT apology, like her PR team wrote it to save face. This whole mess wasn't just about Leah and Jack. It also revealed just how YouTube sometimes plays favorites with big creators. Leah's channel was still up, still trending, even after something as serious as doxing. It got people wondering if YouTube actually cares more about money than safety. We'll dig into that later, but first let's rewind to see how Leah got to this point in her career. To understand how Leah became YouTube's most controversial star, we gotta go back to the beginning. Way before the drama, when a kid from England was just dreaming of making it big. Before SSniperwolf was doxing creators or beefing with half the internet, she was just Leah Shailesh, a regular kid with a PlayStation and a dream. How did this girl from a small town in England turn into a YouTube juggernaut with 35 million subscribers and 26 billion views? Leah was born on October 22nd, 1992, in St. Helens, a gritty little town in Merseyside, England. Picture a young Leah, growing up in a Greek-Turkish family with two younger brothers, Paul and Bakir, and a sister, Rania, who later became a YouTuber herself. Life wasn't always easy for her, as her family was tight-knit, Christian, and working class, so money was tight. But Leah found her escape in video games. Her dad, trying to stop her and her brother from bickering, bought them a Sony PlayStation when she was a kid. That's when the spark hit. Leah fell in love with games like Metal Gear Solid, where she got her name SSniperwolf, from a badass character. Little did she know that PlayStation would change her life. When Leah was 6, her family packed up and moved across the world to Phoenix, Arizona. New country, new school, new everything. It was a lot for a kid, but games were her constant. She'd spend hours playing, getting good at shooters like Call of Duty.
Advanced Warfare Thoughts video because, well, I have more to say about it. Got a problem with that? So, some of you guys kind of freaked out, like comparing Advanced Warfare to Titanfall and how they copied Titanfall. well, they both are futuristic first-person shooters with jumping and great mechanics. And also, Advanced Warfare has been in development for 3 years, so no one can really say. I don't know, what do you guys think? But anyways, Advanced Warfare seems to me like a new and improved Black Ops, and I love how they...
By her teens, she was a total gamer girl, dreaming of something bigger than the desert suburbs. She tried college, studying pharmacy and nursing, but it wasn't her vibe. Her heart was in gaming, and soon in YouTube. In 2011, at just 18, Leah took a big leap. She started a YouTube channel called SSSniper, uploading Call of Duty gameplay videos. These weren't just like any other gameplay videos. She had this infectious energy, cracking jokes and showing off her skills. Her early supporters loved her vibe because she was a girl who could snipe with the best of them in a world full of dude bro gamers.
Advanced Warfare thoughts video because, well, I have more to say about it. Got a problem with that? So, some of you guys kind of freaked out, like comparing Advanced Warfare to Titanfall and how they copied Titanfall. Well, they both are futuristic first-person shooters with jumping and great mechanics. And also, Advanced Warfare has been in development for 3 years, so no one can really say. I don't know, what do you guys think? But anyways, Advanced Warfare seems to me like a new and improved Black Ops, and I love how they...
By 2013, she leveled up, launching her main channel, SSSniperwolf, with a Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Fails compilation that popped off. Her mix of gaming, humor, and that girl next door charm got her noticed fast. She was racking up views, building a fan base, and proving she could hang in a male-dominated space.
Hey guys, check out my diamond camo. I finally got diamond camo. What? How? I finally got my diamond camo, and it was a...
But here's where things get juicy. Leah's early success wasn't all her own, at least not according to some. A lawsuit we'll dig into later claims that her ex Evan Young was the one behind the controller, recording gameplay while Leah read scripts and played the part of a gamer girl. Whether that's true or not, Leah's channel was growing like crazy. By 2017, she was a big name, even landing on Forbes' list of top gaming influencers for 2017. Her cosplay posts on Instagram were blowing up too, with fans loving her takes on characters like Wonder Woman or Harley Quinn. She was living the dream, with millions of followers, a fancy house, and a net worth creeping towards $6 million. Then came the big shift. Around 2017, Leah noticed the YouTube game was changing. Gaming videos were still cool, but reaction content was taking over. Leah jumped on that train, and oh boy did it pay off. She started reacting to funny TikToks, life hacks, and viral clips, bringing her sassy commentary or no commentary at all to the table.
She took her GoPro, went in the ocean, under the sea, into a hole! Bro, come on, come out, come out, come out. How does she just keep sinking down further? How is she doing that? How far does this hole go? Congratulations, you've made it to Atlantis.
Her videos were getting millions of views each, and her subscriber count shot through the roof. She even started a second channel, Little Leah, for DIY stuff and lifestyle vlogs, which has 3.7 million subs. YouTube loved her because her videos were always trending, and she was invited to big events like VidCon as a keynote speaker. Leah was smart. She saw YouTube's algorithm rewarding longer videos with high engagement, and reaction content was perfect for that. Her fans, especially younger viewers and girls, ate it up. She was relatable, funny, and had a knack for making you feel like you were hanging out with a friend. But not everyone was a fan. Some creators started whispering that her reaction videos weren't adding anything new. She was just stealing TikToks and slapping her face on them. And that's where the trouble started brewing. The same charm that made her a star was about to get her in hot water, setting the stage for beefs, lawsuits, and that doxing disaster we just talked about. Leah had the world believing she was a one-woman show who was sniping noobs, cracking jokes, and building a YouTube channel that's now worth millions. But in 2023, a surprising lawsuit from her ex Evan Young, aka Evan Sausage, hit the internet unexpectedly like a grenade, claiming Leah's whole career was built on a lie. This wasn't just some ordinary breakup drama, it was a legal battle that exposed how Leah's early success might have been a team effort she tried to bury. So who's Evan Young? If you've followed Leah for a while, you might know him as her on-again, off-again boyfriend, a YouTuber himself with a much smaller following. They met back in 2013 through YouTube, after he catfished her and messaged her saying that he would drag his balls through broken glass just to hear her fart over a walkie-talkie. Then they bonded over gaming and started dating.
What? I don't trust you.
But according to a lawsuit dug up by YouTuber Mad Catster in September 2023, Evan was way more than just Leah's boyfriend. He was the brains behind SSSniperwolf's early days. The court documents, which spread online, say Evan was the one playing Call of Duty and Metal Gear Rising, recording the gameplay that Leah used in her videos. She'd read scripts he wrote, act like she was the one gaming, and present herself as the star. Basically, Leah was the face, but Evan was the one grinding behind the scenes. The lawsuit gets even juicier. Evan claims he and Leah had a deal, an oral agreement to split the SSniperwolf channel's revenue 50-50. Because he wasn't just playing games, he was also coming up with video ideas, writing the scripts, editing footage, and even doing market research to grow the channel. And all this effort could not be just for a side gig. Evan was heavily involved in the creative content and operations, according to the legal filing. When SSniperwolf started blowing up, that deal was supposedly keeping things fair. But then in September 2022, their relationship hit the rocks, and Leah decided she didn't need Evan anymore. The lawsuit says she cut him out completely, keeping over $1 million in channel revenue for herself and even withholding hard drives that proved his role in the business. Talk about a betrayal. This news hit the internet hard. One user said Leah has been lying, and there's straight-up videos of her playing Black Ops 2 and scratching her face with her right hand while holding the controller, and she's still running around. It was always her boyfriend's gameplay. Another said, it being her boyfriend's gameplay makes so much sense as to why she never posts Call of Duty videos anymore, or even any gameplay at all. The internet had a field day, with some other users calling it the ultimate YouTube betrayal, and adding that Leah's gamer girl image was a facade. This wasn't just about the money, it was about Leah's whole identity. She spent years building this persona as a self-made gaming star, but now people were questioning everything. Was she really the gamer she claimed to be? Or was she just a face for Evan's skills? The lawsuit itself didn't just hurt her wallet, no. It also cracked the foundation of her brand, exposing her to the public as a fraudulent streamer. And it set the stage for more controversies, including some that she would have hoped were her forgotten past. The doxing scandal with Jack's Films and the lawsuit with her ex, Evan Young, were massive, but they're just the tip of the iceberg of Leah's controversial history. Back in 2013, when Leah was just 20 and her YouTube channel was only starting to pop off, she landed in serious hot water. According to the court records available, she was charged with armed robbery after a run-in with a security guard. The details are wild. It is reported that she allegedly pushed a guard while trying to shoplift, which escalated into a full-blown charge. Now, to be fair, this case was settled with only community service, and Leah has never talked much about it. But when this news resurfaced years later, fans were shocked. One ex-post put it bluntly, SSniperwolf really trying to paint herself as the victim when she doxed Jack's Films. This is the same chick who's been previously arrested for armed robbery, by the way. The internet didn't hold back with its quick criticism, but some still defended SSniperwolf, saying that she was not actually armed and did not rob. It was just a security guard being annoying. Either way, the damage was far done, further denting her already damaged reputation in the public eye. Her remaining supporters hoped that this was a one-time occurrence, but would be left disappointed. In 2016, Leah and Evan Young, who was still her boyfriend at the time, got hit with another legal mess, this time for disorderly conduct. This one's straight out of a reality show. The two got into a heated fight because Evan changed his phone background to a picture of another girl.
Started off, me and Sausage got into a fight, and he changed his phone screen to just some random girl, and obviously that pissed me off. So I'm trying to get his phone and see who it is. So I'm like, give me your phone, and I started screaming. And when I don't get my way, I scream, and I scream really loud. You know that high-pitched scream that girls do? I'm not even gonna do it for you guys, just to spare you headphone users. But if you guys have heard a girl scream at the top of her lungs, it was absolutely disgusting. So of course I was screaming, and then I run outside. I wasn't even screaming for help or anything. I was just screaming like, ah, like I hate you, like I fucking
Things got so intense that neighbors called the cops, and both Leah and Evan were arrested. They were released after a night in jail, but the story spread like wildfire. Reddit users were always more than eager to bring it up whenever she's being discussed. For example, one user posted that she spent 3 nights in jail for disorderly conduct and has a lawsuit against her, referring to the lawsuit from her ex-husband. These legal troubles painted Leah as someone with a temper, and they didn't exactly scream role model for her young fanbase. But if you thought arrests were bad, this next one somehow manages to top that. In December 2021, Leah got slammed for something way more heartbreaking after ghosting a terminally ill fan. A 10-year-old girl named Kiara, who was battling cancer, went on the No Jumper podcast with Adam22 and shared her dying wish to talk to her idol, Sniperwolf.
That's crazy.
Adam reached out to Leah, who seemed super willing to make it happen. After all, it was the dying wish of a 10-year-old fan. So Adam linked Leah to the mother of the child, and they arranged for a meeting the next day. After Leah said she would love to send her a video message. The mother of the child, out of excitement, shared the news about the ordeal with Leah on her Instagram story, but she was quickly informed by Leah to take it down. Leah then explained that she doesn't usually do this and was avoiding other people spamming her for a video message. So Kiara's mom deleted the post and apologized. When the day for the call came, Leah was a no-show. Instead of chatting with Kiara, she was posting on Instagram about going out to dinner and partying. Kiara's mom took to social media begging Leah's fans for help, and it wasn't until fans started posting comments on her post that evening telling her to go and call the sick girl, insisting that it's crazy how she can't take 5 to 10 minutes from her day for the terminally ill child, that Leah decided to respond to the situation. Already, Kiara's mother lost all hope and was deeply frustrated, and she made sure that Leah was fully aware of what she was doing and the consequences of her actions. In her Instagram DMs, Kiara's mother tells Leah just how deeply her daughter loved her and watched her for her whole cancer treatment the past year, and she was only trying to make her daughter's dream come to pass. She added that Leah should not have responded at all. She could have easily told Kiara's that they weren't able to reach her. Instead, she did, and now they had hope and an expectation that Leah shattered by not showing up. Keemstar's drama alert broke the story, and the internet went off.
Anyhow, Adam, trying to make this 10-year-old's dreams come true, gets a hold of Sexy Sniperwolf, or SSSniperwolf, and she agrees to talk to the kid dying of cancer. She set it up with her mom. I got the text conversations, so they have a date to do it, right? Sniperwolf blows it off. Completely blows it off. She's posted on Instagram that she's out to dinner, all right? She's out partying and living it up, and this 10-year-old is literally dying right now.
Leah, as per usual, came out quickly to defend herself, narrating that she already assured her that she'd do the video chat with her daughter. Plus, she couldn't find a time that worked as her family was visiting and she got sick. That's why the call has been put off since. Someone then shared a screenshot from Leah's Instagram showing that her being busy was her actually going out and having cake that evening. Then someone else, who was probably a fan of Leah, responded under her asking why she had to do it, and he got a response from another user saying, "Why? Because she committed herself to it and she should honor it," likening the scenario to John Cena choosing to skip a Make-A-Wish event. Surprisingly, Leah responded again, this time with more rage and anger in her words. "Are you dumb? I said I'm doing it, so I'm doing it. I never ghosted, I was trying to find a time that worked and she blocked me." The whole time she was on the internet trying so hard to defend herself, she could have easily just picked up her phone and recorded the video message or called Kiara's mom to speak with Kiara and have everything settled. But she stayed on the internet arguing and defending herself pointlessly. After the backlash blew up and everyone was already talking about how much of a bad person she was, Leah finally decided to fulfill her promise and she sent a video message to the girl. Leah eventually reached out, but the damage was done. Her fans felt betrayed, and critics had more fuel for their fire, and to this day they have occasionally tried to rage bait Leah by bringing this up from time to time, and some of them have been successful. From accusations of stealing content to throwing shade at smaller YouTubers and ghosting, Leah's been in the middle of some epic clashes. The Jax film Doxing scandal we talked about earlier was a big one, but it wasn't her first rodeo. Leah's been tangling with creators since her early days, and the internet's got receipts from posts on platforms like X to Reddit threads and news articles calling her out for freebooting and picking fights to stay on top. First up, the big issue here is basically content theft. Leah's reaction videos, which make up most of her 26 billion views, have been heavily criticized for as long as memory serves.
You know the phrase, work smarter, not harder? Well, Sniperwolf does neither. She just steals and doesn't credit anyone, and has become a zillionaire in doing so.
A fire hydrant exploded, and the water's just going everywhere.
Pretty cool. Now some of you might be thinking, so what? Who cares? She's giving creators exposure. And hey, maybe she gets permission from the creators to feature their work. You already know the answer to that. It still wouldn't make her content any better, because man, I cannot stress how nothing her commentary is.
Oh, what's that? A whole entire car just rolled into the neighbor's yard.
What I failed to mention before, however, is that he even went as far as contacting some of the TikTok creators featured in her videos, and asked if any of them had been reached out to by either Leah or a member of their team. Disappointingly, they all said Leah never asked permission to use their content, and some were even unaware of the infringement. Fans went to the comment section to make their voices heard. One of them agreed that Sniperwolf's commentary on the videos she's reacting to were less effective than if the narrator from Peppa Pig did the commentary. But Jax Films wasn't the first creator to land in her crosshairs. Way back in 2013, while still running her channel under the name Sexy Sniper, Leah clashed with another female gamer known as Girl Gone Gamer. She uploaded a video titled The Truth About Girl Gone Gamer, which at first came off like she was about to share a lighthearted story about a friend. After all, fans of both women often drew comparisons between the two, saying they were alike in style and presence. For the first few seconds, it even felt like that's where the video was headed, until it took a very different turn.
Hey guys, what's up? So today I wanted to do something a little different and talk about Girl Gone Gamer. And you guys really have to watch the whole video to know the truth, because I feel like I'm going to make a lot of valid points and maybe give you some sort of insight that you guys might not have known about. But if you don't know her, she's been doing YouTube for almost 2 years and has over 400,000 subscribers and uploads pretty good COD gameplay. And as you guys have seen on my videos, I get literally at least 10 comments in a video asking me 1v1 Girl Gone Gamer, and they usually are a top comment. And I bet she gets a ton of those comments to 1v1 me. And she gets a lot of comments, so how could I possibly see them? I've seen the top comments several times. Say 1v1 SSS versus GGG, why don't you 1v1 Sniperwolf?
But Sniperwolf quickly escalated the whole thing and started accusing Girl Gone Gamer of faking her gameplay to get views from sweaty Reddit users.
She doesn't actually get her gameplays, and there have been hundreds of comments on my videos about how she's not the one playing, and before you fanboys go crazy and attack me, listen to me. Thousands of her subscribers asked her to do a live commentary. Well, because she's a gamer, isn't she? Hence, Girl Gone Gamer. And after 400,000, she hasn't even done a live commentary? She even tweeted once that she was doing an open lobby but didn't have a mic for PlayStation. Rhea, you have Astros. They're multi-platform. No excuse. Anyways, I had around 10,000. People told me that I was fake and I wasn't the one getting my gameplays, and my mic was broken at the time, and you know what I did? I went out and got a headset and a camera, and I did several live commentaries for you guys, and open lobbies and everything. And she ended up doing a live commentary, finally, after like 400k, which me and a lot of people knew, obviously.
Leah claimed that because Girl Gone Gamer hadn't done any live commentary, that she was obviously faking it, and wasn't the one actually playing the game. Which at the end of the day was just her projecting her insecurities on Girl Gone Gamer. Sniperwolf then went on to add that she was the only one of the two girls that got a 100+ game. That is a match where she gets over 100 kill contributions, and it remained so until her fans started commenting on Girl Gone Gamer's uploads, saying she didn't get 100+ games and was still averaging 30 kills per game. According to Sniperwolf, she deleted all those comments about her and suddenly started getting 100+ games regularly. Sniperwolf says that it took her over 3 months to start averaging 80+ kills per game, but here, Girl Gone Gamer has achieved it overnight.
And another thing that I wanted to point out is that I'm known for getting 100+ gameplays on Black Ops 2, and After I started uploading 100 plus gameplays, people started commenting on her videos and my videos saying that I was better and how she couldn't get 100 plus games. And after she deleted all those comments and blocked all those people, she uploaded a 100 plus game. So how does someone go from averaging 30 kills a game to getting 100 plus overnight? They don't. It took me like a couple months to start getting around 80 plus kills on Black Ops 2. And isn't it weird that when people started saying that, the next day she gets a 100 plus game? It doesn't make sense to me. And I've had PSN and Twitter friends play with her in her open lobbies, and they've told me that either she has the mic off and she does good, or she has the mic on and she goes negative. So anyways, if someone has a gaming channel and over 400,000 people asked you to do a live face cam, would you decline? No.
The video sparked a huge fight in the comments, with fans picking sides. Fans of Girl Gone Gamer came back to this particular video after the future news broke that SSniperwolf was actually the one using her then-boyfriend's gameplay, and they were demanding apologies. One of them wrote, "I was a Girl Gone Gamer fan back in the day, and I demand an apology from you all, especially considering the recent news." On Reddit too, users later called it Leah's first big beef, but most were siding with Girl Gone Gamer, with one writing in response to the question of if Girl Gone Gamer was a fraud. At Leon the Loathed said, "It's pretty doubtful that she faked the gameplay. It looks like it was just a bunch of children doing the usual girl gamers aren't real gamers." And as much as Leah wanted the drama and controversy, Girl Gone Gamer just refused to give it to her, and instead kept on her path. Leah kept to this habit of bullying and trying to force drama from other creators, even through her growth, because we've seen similar actions like what she did with Girl Gone Gamer later in her career as well. Even as a big creator, basically one of the biggest creators on the platform, Leah used her name and influence to also hit smaller creators with copyright strikes whenever they criticized her or her content, which rubbed people the wrong way. The most notable example of such even in recent times is when she struck a YouTube channel called One Giant Onion. The copyright strike came after the creator posted a 3-hour-long video of him watching SSniperwolf's content until he laughed, with the play being she doesn't make him laugh, so he's watching hours and hours of her content. Leah had seen this and allegedly reported his video for copyright infringement, claiming that he used her content for his video without clearing it through her. After the copyright strike was implemented, the creator, One Giant Onion, took to YouTube once again to express his shock when he saw that his video was taken down.
Logged onto my YouTube account to change the thumbnail of one of my videos, and I was met with something very shocking. I actually have received a strike on my channel. Now at first I was really confused because I haven't done anything wrong. Honestly, when I first received this news, I thought maybe I got struck for one of my older, edgier videos, but upon further inspection, it turns out that I actually received a copyright strike from SSniperwolf. She took down one of my videos called Watching SSniperwolf Until I Laugh. Now this was a 3-hour-long video where I watched most of SSniperwolf's content, and the premise was she's not funny, so I'm just gonna like stay there and not laugh.
Going public with the news helped One Giant Onion because after posting his video, another big YouTuber watched the video and decided to help One Giant Onion take a stand. That YouTuber is Penguin0. He saw this video and immediately called out SSniperwolf for the abuse of power and injustice towards One Giant Onion. He starts his video by naming 2 other actors in the YouTube sphere that are consistently taking advantage of the copyright system. He called them the Big 3, and that includes The Manny Show, Tech Lead, and our dearest SSniperwolf.
Well, hopefully the Manny Show will face just punishment for that as well as Tech Lead, but there is now a new YouTuber who has entered into this equation here. We got the Big 3, The Manny Show, Tech Lead, and SSniperwolf. Yep, she took her lack of talent right to the YouTube headquarters here to strike a channel because it hurt her feelings.
He then narrates the ordeal to his viewers, highlighting the kind of relationship that SSniperwolf shared with One Giant Onion and the kind of video that he uploaded to earn himself this copyright strike. Charlie also argued first that One Giant Onion might have been in the wrong here because in his 3-hour-long video he just played SSniperwolf's content and reacted to it by not laughing. That was his whole angle with it. Penguin0 added that One Giant Onion did not add anything of value to the content he covered, he just reacted to it. But again, he reminded us that SSSniperwolf also wasn't the owner of the content either, because her reactions in these videos, according to him, represents less than 5% of the total content in One Giant Onion's video that was struck down, saying she's also a content thief.
The video was One Giant Onion did a watching SSSniperwolf's content until I laugh challenge, and it was like a 3-hour video, and the joke was, she doesn't make him laugh, so it was a long video going through her content and reacting to it. Now, technically, you could argue One Giant Onion was in the wrong because he took 3 hours worth of her content and didn't transform it. He just sat there, not giving a ton of input and definitely not laughing at it, because that was the joke. SSniperwolf doesn't make anyone laugh, thus this was a 3-hour video with no one having any fun. However, SSniperwolf doesn't own her own content either. She steals it. She doesn't have the right to that content that she's reacting to in the first place, thus she shouldn't be able to strike One Giant Onion for reacting to that content. Like, she owns her reactions, but that's like 5% of that 3-hour video because she doesn't add fucking anything to the videos that she posts.
He doubled down, saying that no lawyer would be able to convince anyone that her content fits under the transformative argument, as she's only showing other people's content and doing the least as a reaction to what was happening in the video. Penguin Zero called it the epitome of hypocrisy.
Content would not fit under a transformative argument under any circumstances. Fucking Saul Goodman wouldn't be able to make that argument in court on her behalf. Because usually she just plays the entire TikTok that she's reacting to with no input and then maybe afterwards says, geez, zoinks! Can you believe that? That's it. That's not transformative work, and it's just taking everyone else's content that she showcases. And she historically hasn't given credit. She doesn't compensate the creators whose work she takes. And then she has the chutzpah to strike One Giant Onion for reacting to her content. It's craziness. That is the epitome of hypocrisy.
The video ended with a last-ditch attempt to plead to SSniperwolf by One Giant Onion. He says that being a YouTuber is his life, his only source of income, and that it is his dream job. He pleaded to SSniperwolf not to take that away from him, and he pleaded to the community to help him any way possible.
I wouldn't be here today if I didn't have this channel, and I seriously mean that. This is my only source of income, and this is my dream job, and I love it. And the community I have here is literally the only thing I have. And I just want to keep making videos on here that people enjoy watching, but right now my literal job is being threatened by SSniperwolf of all people.
SSniperwolf saw the video made by Charlie and responded saying, "I want to clarify that I did not strike anyone's video. I do not have any pending takedown notices. I believe someone else must have done it on my behalf." Penguin Zero saw the tweet and was up the next morning with another video on YouTube analyzing the case, now with the newly found evidence. He does a brief recap of his previous video and reveals that he has a serious plot twist to the story.
Going over some more fraudulent strikes, which is becoming a huge issue that's plaguing the entire platform. It's an epidemic sweeping through. The first one was from the Manny Show. It's their second fraudulent strike that they've issued because their feelings get hurt. This one was automatically declined, which no doubt left Manny screaming into a pillow, kicking their feet in the air, wondering why no one likes them. The second strike I covered was one that was not declined. It fully went through, and it came from SSniperwolf. Or was it? Was it all just a ploy from the deep state to have us eating out of the palm of their hands as the New World Illuminati shadow government actually worked behind the scenes to frame SSniperwolf and she wasn't actually involved? Well, maybe not to that scale, but from all of the evidence I've seen now, it actually wasn't SSniperwolf who filed that strike. And it's a very complicated mess that highlights a very, very rare problem on YouTube that I very much would like to talk about. But let's go through the entire lore real quick. So, the story starts with a big YouTube channel named One Giant Onion.
Turns out that SSniperwolf wasn't the one responsible for the copyright strike that One Giant Onion faced. To confirm this conclusion, Penguin Zero requested all the possible information that he could get from One Giant Onion about the person who filed for the strike, and after going through it thoroughly, he was able to find out that the copyright was filed by an agency that claimed to be representing SSniperwolf.
I reached out to One Giant Onion to just send me all of the info about the strike, which he was more than willing to do, so I appreciate that. I'm not going to post a screenshot because they're not mine to post. That's up to One Giant Onion if he wants to talk deeper about it and show those. I'll just talk about what was there. So, the copyright strike was filed by an individual who claims to be representing an agency, a collaborative agency, that works with SSniperwolf. So they were successfully able to file the strike based on the information that they are with this agency that represents Sniperwolf, thus they have the right to enforce her copyright. This is a pretty common thing, like I mentioned. There are tons of scumbag vermin that do this, these corporate suits that take this action, and many agencies that make this a core part of their strategy. However, what's definitely not a core part of their strategy is having the agents that are filing these takedown requests and strikes use a fucking personal Gmail account. So that's where things...
Penguin Zero then explained that it is indeed possible to file copyright claims through agents and representatives. But he also pointed out that something was very iffy and off about this one, and soon enough he found the loophole. The email address used in the filing of the strike, he realized, was not a company or organization's email address. Instead, it was a personal email address. He then reached out to Sniperwolf personally to confirm that she did not know this agency that was posing to be her representatives, which she confirmed and even added that they have tried something similar with her in the past.
In this case, this fraudulent strike, this blatant abuse of the YouTube system, it seems like there's just nothing to gain. They took down the video, thus they're not making money from it. Like the only thing they gain is making Sniperwolf look evil. So maybe it's something personal there? I have no clue. But I reached out to Sniperwolf directly about this just to 100% confirm whether or not this agency represents her. I also could find no official mention of this agency ever working with Sniperwolf, so I feel like any agency that would have a creator as large as her would be plastering that all over their marketing material. So this definitely seems like someone pretending to work at that agency and then filing this strike. But I reached out directly to Sniperwolf just to 100% confirm whether or not she's associated with this group. She confirms she does not work with them at all, and even goes as far as to mention that this group has targeted her channel in the past as well.
Eventually, no real action would be taken any further, as Sniperwolf said it was going to be too much of a hassle to sue them, as they were an international company and they had a number of lawyers that would probably swallow Sniperwolf and Penguin Zero. Then there's the drama with Azzyland, a YouTuber who's been compared to Leah for years. Azzyland also does reaction videos and has a similar fun and bubbly vibe that was found appealing by younger fans. Around 2018 to 2019, fans started noticing their content was eerily similar, reacting to the same TikToks with near identical thumbnails and titles.
Plants that I'm killing.
A luscious, well taken care of plant.
Hey man, can I copy your homework? Yeah, but change it up a little so the teacher don't notice. This is a mirror.
And this is my favorite mirror. Finally got it, and it doesn't really go with it.
When Azzyland made a video back in 2016 where she was asked by a fan to cut a piece of her hair, which she obliged, then proceeded to ask that someone clones her, saying so repeatedly. She had no idea that her wishes of a clone might have come true in the form of Sniperwolf.
You guys, here goes nothing. I did it! You didn't say it had to be a lot, but I did. That's actually quite a lot. Rip hair. Who wants to clone me? Oh my gosh, she would be so evil. I know it. She'd be my evil clone. Do it! Do it! Clone!
Azzyland's fans accused Leah of copying her style.
Remember to always be yourself, unless you suck. Then pretend to be somebody else. And that's on Azzyland.
Leah's fans fired back, saying Azzy was the copycat. The feud blew up on social media at that time, with fans of both sides accusing the other of copying and stealing content. The pair had a number of back-and-forth interactions, each taking subtle jabs at the other and trying to prove that they are the original creator that's being stolen from. Sniperwolf first made the move with a video where she read a quote from Michael Wilson that read, "Remember to always be yourself. Unless you suck, then be somebody else." Sniperwolf made it into a jab by saying that's on Azzyland at the end, and fans gobbled it up.
The wise words of Michael Wilson. Remember to always be yourself, unless you suck. Then pretend to be somebody else. And that's on Azzyland.
Reddit subs had multiple threads still debating who was more original, with one user writing, "The recent interviews of Azzyland talking about the Sniperwolf situation made me want to re-watch some of Azzy's old videos, and correct me if I'm wrong because I haven't seen most of her recent videos, but I feel like she puts more effort into her content." Sportskeeda covered the drama, saying that Copycat controversy fueled a divide among fans. Neither creator directly addressed it again, per se, but Leah's team reportedly sent a cease and desist to Azzyland's management, escalating things behind the scenes. Then one day, Azzyland quoted a tweet from Dextero of a picture showing one of her videos that she had recently uploaded, and then only a few minutes later, Leah had a similar video up. Azzyland claimed that this was proof that Leah was the one copying her content, but even the post she put up was quickly tagged with a community note. The community note read that her video and Leah's video did not have anything in common except the thumbnail. They were both reacting to different TikTok clips, and the only people that had the right to feel begrudged are the original creators in the videos that these two were copying and ripping off. Leah hit back saying, "I have a backup of videos and screenshots before she changed the thumbnails to make it look like I copied her. I have proof she copied my thumbnails. SEO, the way I speak, the jokes I make. The way you're trying to manipulate this is fraud." Then, shortly after sending out the tweet, she posted the evidence that she has, and it was just a list of videos from each of them that had different thumbnails. This did not necessarily prove anything, as the accusation was not that SSniperwolf didn't have different thumbnails, it was one about who was copying the other. Azzyland didn't stop there either. She went on to rebuff Leah and accuse her of bullying her for years on social media and through her fanbase, tweeting, "I've been relentlessly bullied for years over these claims of yours. The interview was intended to express the hypocrisy of your claims, and Nerd has his own take on what he found. All evidence shown by him can be found on the Wayback Machine, where it can't be edited or altered like screenshots can be. There's no value in driving this bullying any further." Then provided the link as evidence to show that Leah was the fraud. Again, as per Leah fashion, the bullying and threats didn't just stay online in this beef too. Azzyland revealed during her interview with Nerd, she revealed that Leah actually attacked her one time at a gaming competition. Azzyland claims that SSniperwolf lunged at her after getting eliminated early at the Fortnite Celebrity Pro-Am 5 years ago. She said SSniperwolf was just looking at her, staying silent, then she got angry and lunged at Azzy.
They were like in a circle, and I walked to the bathroom, and then when I was walking back, I saw them, and they're like, "Hey, Azzy," and then I was like, "Sniper was there," and I'm like, "Oh, you know what? Just be nice." They just walk over, and then I go in there, and I got really awkward, so I started like just telling an embarrassing story of myself, and she just like is looking at me, she's silent, and she's like angry, and then she like lunges at me, and I don't remember like exact details because it was just fucking terrifying. Got in between and like pulled her off me, and then they took her back into the room, and then I was out there, and they were like, "What was that?" It was just like, it was so. Oh yeah, she was like, oh yeah, she screaming at me. She's like a bunch of words I can't actually say.
This wasn't just a one-off event. Still, Leah's been accused of copying and harassing other creators too. She's copied everything from reaction formats to video titles for years. A YouTube video by Internet Anarchist titled "The Satisfying Downfall of SSniperwolf" broke down how her lazy content relied on recycling TikToks without much credit, and has since racked up over 9 million views. Ex-users piled on, with one tweeting, "Leah's built a career stealing from small creators, and YouTube rewards her." Another user was less forgiving with words, calling Leah a nasty bully, a hypocrite who committed actual crimes and got a mere slap on the wrist at best. While Reddit subs had users creating bingo cards of Leah's repetitive reactions, like saying "that's crazy" every 10 seconds. These beefs showed Leah wasn't just fighting critics, she was paying the price for building a brand on content that wasn't always hers, and creators were fed up. All these clashes painted Leah as someone who'd do anything to stay on top, even if it meant stepping on others. Fans were able to keep the pressure on as they kept suggesting that SSniperwolf was out here stealing content and fighting everyone, so YouTube's gotta do something. Even news outlets like .esports and Dextero noted how her content theft sparked a broader debate about YouTube's fair use policies. But with Leah still raking in millions, it's clear YouTube wasn't sweating it. Which brings us to the bigger question, why does she keep getting a pass? How is Leah Shalesh still a YouTuber superstar with 35 million subscribers and 26 billion views despite all this drama? The answer lies with YouTube itself, and let me tell you, the internet's not happy about it. Social media posts, Reddit threads, and news articles are all screaming about YouTube's favoritism, and smaller creators are feeling the burn. First off, let's talk about YouTube's response to Leah's scandals. When she doxed Jack's films in October 2023, showing up at his house and posting it to her 5 million Instagram followers, the internet went nuts. Creators demanded that her channel be banned, saying it was a dangerous precedent and such actions shouldn't go without consequences. Over 100,000 subscribers ditched her channel in days, and Twitter was on fire, with one user tweeting, "YouTube is like a parent who loves all their children, but some of them more than others." Speaking to YouTube obvious favoritism towards SSSniperwolf, YouTube finally stepped in on October 20th, 2023, giving her a temporary monetization suspension for breaking their rules on off-platform actions that put others' personal safety at risk. But here's the kicker, it was just a temporary ban. Her old videos kept making money, and she was back to normal in just a few weeks. Fans and other creators alike called it a slap on the wrist, and Esports said they did this because of the pressure from the community. They don't actually care. Why the light punishment? Well, money talks. Leah's channel pulls in millions in ad revenue, and YouTube's not about to let that go. Her videos consistently hit the trending tab, and she's been featured at big events like VidCon even after her scandals. Leah's temporary demonetization felt like a PR move, not a real consequence, especially when her channel kept racking up views. This double standard hits smaller creators the hardest. Take Jack's Films, for instance. He called out Leah's freebooting and he got doxed for it. Smaller creators who criticize big names like Leah often face copyright strikes or harassment from her fans, but YouTube rarely steps in. But that's not the end of Leah's controversy trail. She's also done some stuff that got her cancelled on Twitter. Yep, we're talking accusations of transphobia and body shaming. In November 2020, a YouTuber named Chowdick dropped a video compiling clips of Leah's rude side. One clip from a 2019 reaction video showed Leah laughing at someone's appearance in one of the videos she was reacting to, one about prom dresses. Leah laughed at, mocked, and ended up calling the girl in question a liar, which many saw as body shaming. Fans then went to the comments section of the original creator to bring her attention to Leah's reaction to her video. This prompted the original creator to make a video telling the world what Leah had done. Fans kept on bashing Leah for her comment and reaction, with one fan asking, "Why are you body shaming a teenager when you're literally a grown woman?" Yet people tried to defend Leah by saying that she didn't even body shame her. Instead, she was talking only about the dress, and she didn't say anything about the original creator's body. Another old clip resurfaced where she made comments, laughed at, and misgendered a trans woman for being trans. This action led to some fans calling her a transphobic person for mocking a person's gender identity. Twitter lit up with outrage. One user tweeted saying SSSniperwolf's been body shaming and throwing transphobic shade forever. Why is she still platformed on YouTube? The hashtag #CancelSniperwolf trended, and other fans piled on, saying things like, "Her true colors keep showing, but YouTube just keeps promoting her." Leah didn't directly address these claims, and the silence only made things worse. Oh, and let's not forget the older videos that came back to haunt her. Around 2013 to 2014, Leah was making Omegle videos. You know, those random chat room streams where you just get paired randomly with strangers and talk? Some clips resurfaced in 2023, showing her talking to minors in ways that raised eyebrows. In one, she asked a 15-year-old if they work at Hooters and jokes about their appearance, which many called inappropriate.
Is that SSSniperwolf? No.
Hi.
How's your day?
It was alright. How was your day?
Terrible.
Why? What happened? Name 3 things that went horribly wrong today.
Meeting you.
Emotional, damn it!
Damn! Yeah, that's what I get for being nice, trying to have a little therapy session with this guy. Nah, he probably died on Fortnite, blame me.
Yo,
Hey,
so,
can you hear me?
yeah.
What's up?
Are you a YouTuber?
Can you name 3 Iron Maiden songs?
Not on the top of my head.
Can you name 1?
No, I don't. I can't remember one.
Fear of the Dark? Ever heard of it?
Yeah.
How does it go?
On the top of my head, I cannot remember.
Are you a fake fan? I'll take that as a yes. I love Iron Maiden. I hate to see it. Hello?
That was your girlfriend.
Yeah.
These videos were deleted after the controversy, but not before X users screenshotted them, calling it predatory behavior. And while no legal action came from it, the clips added to the growing list of reasons people were turning on her. News outlets reported these stories, pointing out how Leah's controversies were stacking up against her massive fan base. But here's the thing. These moments didn't just hurt Leah's reputation alone, they also revealed a pattern. Whether it was legal trouble or ignoring fans, Leah seemed to skate by, with YouTube barely batting an eye. So where's Leah at now in September 2025? Her channel's still active, pumping out reaction videos and pulling millions of views. She's still got over 35 million subscribers, but the cracks are clearly showing. It is worth noting that she might have lost some sponsorships, but her core fan base, which is mostly made up of younger viewers, stays very loyal. It is reported that Leah's net worth is still around $6 million. Leah, though, has not stirred away from the news and tabloid headlines. Just a few weeks ago, it was reported that she recently aired the DM shots of the biggest rapper in modern history, Ovo's Drake. During a live stream with Aiden Ross, Drake asked Aiden Ross whether he was the one that told him to message Sniperwolf. Ross was like, I mean, maybe, I don't know. Drake then described his brief interaction with Sniperwolf on social media, saying that when he messaged her, she replied that she already had a boyfriend. He then responded, well, can we fight to the death? After this, she left the conversation on red and did not reply.
I was gonna ask if it was you that made me DM Sniperwolf that one time.
No, wait. I mean, maybe. I don't know.
So what happened then?
Yeah,
Did that go anywhere?
She told me that she had a man, and then I was like, well,
Like when?
I was like, can we fight to the death? And then that was I think that was the end of the DM.
Drake's account of their exchange drew attention from both fans and Sniperwolf herself. On X, most fans were dunking on Drake, saying she's not even bad though. What is Drake on? Another fan called Drake a goofy weirdo. The following day after the news broke, Leah took to Instagram to give a subtle response to the situation with a post on her story captioned, "Good morning, made headlines yesterday for leaving a rapper on red, lol." Her fans, mostly haters, swarmed in trolling. One said she thought she was onto something as the first woman to leave Drake or a celebrity on red, and another responded she sees herself as the prize for doing that, telling herself she's so funny and more precious than gold. Leah went from a kid with a PlayStation in Arizona to a YouTube titan with 35 million subscribers and 26 billion views. She broke barriers as a female gamer, snagged awards, and built a $6 million empire. But the cost seemed too high. Her loyal fans still see her as a queen, but the hate is still loud. And those 100,000 subscribers she lost in 2023 haven't fully come back. But what do you guys think? Can Leah redeem herself, or is this the end of her reign? Let us know in the comments.